There is a video circulating online which suggests that the new Senegal president is throwing some shots to the French president. I want us to carefully watch this video. I will be back.
It is high time for France to lift its knee off our neck and put an end to this unjust oppression. Centuries of misery, human trafficking, colonization, and neocolonization have caused immeasurable suffering. It's time to put an end to this cycle of oppression. It's high time for France to leave us alone. It's time for France to take a cue from its European neighbors and learn a valuable lesson in independence. Germany is the leading economic power in Europe, significantly surpassing France, which is ranked as the third or fourth largest economic power globally. Germany does not exploit any country, any colony. I can mention Italy, I can mention Spain, who had colonies before, but who do not exploit anyone, who do not interfere, who do not impose leaders in their former colonies. On what grounds does France believe it can continue to impose leaders on us and make choices on our behalf? This must come to an end. And the emerging Africa, the African youth, the African elites, and the African diaspora all stand united in saying no, it cannot continue any longer. France's hypocrisy is evident and pervasive in daily life. Let's examine the cases of Mali and Chad as prime examples of this hypocrisy. In Chad, where the constitutional process has been interrupted, France applauded and its president visited to officially consecrate the new king's coronation ceremony. In Mali, where it is not the constitutional process that has been interrupted, but the transition process, France has condemned and even packed up its things to say that it is leaving Mali. That's hypocrisy. It's the double standard. It is the double language that France employs in its dealings with Africa. During our questioning of Mr. Jean-Yves Le Drian regarding the situation in Ivory Coast and France's decision to allow a third term, he provided a clear explanation. He stated that while he accepted the third term for Ouattara, he refuses it for Belarus. He emphasized that France has condemned the situation in Belarus and has actively encouraged the European Union to do the same. Le Drian explains that in Belarus, millions protested, unlike Ivory Coast, where there were no mass demonstrations on the streets. This is how France deals with African issues. Personally, we expect absolutely nothing from France. We desire her to cease meddling in our matters so that the people of Senegal can exercise their freedom of choice rather than being influenced by France's selection of a candidate using the tactics we are aware of. We begin by targeting individuals, adorning them with the Legion of Honor or a similar knightly rank, enlisting them in Masonic lodges, and informing them to prepare themselves as they will be next in line. Even the hypothesis that Macky Sall may not succeed, we know who is being prepared by France. This must come to an end. It will not occur in this manner any longer. Let's be clear. We have absolutely nothing against the French people. In France, both political and citizen voices are rising to hold and express the same discourse as the one I am currently presenting to you. For example, the deputies, such as Mrs. Frédérique Dumas, who regularly speaks on the platform of the Assembly, who regularly writes to the Minister of Foreign Affairs, since she is a member of the Foreign Affairs Committee, to raise this unfair behavior of France towards Africa, hold the same speech as us. The same Mr. Jean-Luc Mélenchon, Jean-Paul Lecoq, André Chassaigne, all deputies, hold the same discourse as us, and hundreds of other voices. The NGOs, like other non-profit organizations, are doing remarkable work in the same direction. We strongly urge France to listen to the voices that speak to it about our plan for a more collaborative, fairer, and sustainable partnership between Africa and France. It is crucial that we work together towards a future that is equitable, just, and environmentally conscious. If she listens, I believe we'll have beautiful days ahead in our collaboration together. If he doesn't know how to cut it, thinking he can continue to function like in the time of our grandfathers, this African youth no longer accepts it. France must make preparations for a definitive break and completely withdraw from Africa. Africa belongs to Africans, not France. She belongs to no one else. Neither China, nor the United States, nor anyone else.
So that is the video which has been circulating around online, that is the current Senegal president, the young man, one of the youngest presidents in African country, which is, I think his age is 44. The words in the video is encouraging and sweet to the ears. But let me bust your bubble. That is not the Senegal president speaking. That is not the Senegal president speaking. For a few days now, I've seen a lot of Pan-African channels sharing this video and trying to convince people that the Senegal president said this after he was inaugurated as the president of Senegal. But I tried to do my research to understand the inputs and the brain behind this video, and I realized he is not the president of Senegal. The person in the video is not Bassirou Diomaye Faye, which is the Senegal president elected. His name is Ousmane Sonko, who is said to be the current president's mentor. He's the current president, his mentor. So I don't know why people tried to share this video to convince people that the current Senegal president said that. And I don't know what they were trying to achieve. As we are trying to create, or as we want Africans to get strong and brave leaders, I don't think we are doing the right thing by lying to people just for views. Yes, we can't be lying to people just for views, because at the end of the day now, we are creating a scenario of a Senegal president being brave, being stand on his grounds against France, against European countries, and against America. We will create this scenario for them, for people to get to understand that this current leader is strong and he may serve as a hero. But maybe at the end of the day, if we project him and brand him in that manner, at the end of the day, we will find out that he's not really the man we are trying to project. And we will become disappointed. At the long run, many people are going to be disappointed in him because we created someone who is not how we see him. This exactly happens to the Ghana president. Initially, most African channels created hero out of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the current Ghana president. We created him as a hero because the beginning of his tenure in office, he was very bold to speak to some of these Western countries' leaders. He was bold. He was telling them what Africans need. He has one video of him and the French president, which he was telling him Africa don't need aid. Africa must be beyond aid. That is where he even launched that policy called African Beyond Aid. So a lot of people take that video, they took that video and share it around the world, and everybody saw Nana Addo to be very strong, very brave, and somehow a hero. So later when they realized he's been leaning to the American side and the European side, and he is visiting the White House, and the Kamala Harris is visiting Ghana, and he's here, he's that, and they even saw a video of him snitching Burkina Faso to I think the secretary something for the US. A lot of people get angry and they started, calling him names, and I didn't understand why people were angry, because the man having told you he is a hero or he's into Pan-African ideologies. He was just giving speeches and we created hero out of him. And later people got disappointed. People are disappointed that Nana Addo is this, Nana Addo is that, because initially, through his speeches, we realized he is a great leader. But through his doings, we realized it's different face. So it's about time when leaders come to power, we wait and find their actions and encourage them or commend them on what they do, than to just be using their speeches on our videos to try to create hero out of them. But at the end of the day, maybe they are not going to do what they are saying. When Kenyan president also came to power, he was saying a whole lot of things. He was, calling for one currency for Africans, doing that. Then later, I realized it was just short period of time. I realized people started calling him names. That is exactly what they are doing to the Senegalese president. We shouldn't create heroes where there are no heroes. We should wait. Let the leader operate. Let's use his actions to commend him or to talk about him or create hero from his actions, not speeches. When I saw this video, I decided not to react, but I decided to also do my own research and understand the context of this video, and I came to realize that he's not even the one. Even I've seen articles of French president congratulating the current Senegal president, who is Bassirou Diomaye Faye. French president has congratulated him, and maybe they are even partners in crime. Who knows? The speech we watched is suiting to the ears. But if we are not going to tell the truth and always going to lie and create heroes from where there is no heroes, we are always going to be disappointed. Please go to my description box and click on the Telegram link. It will take you to my Telegram group. You should join us for us to talk about the well-being of Africa. If today is also your first time coming here, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so that anytime I upload any great content, you will be notified. I'm always your guy, De-Graft Amoako. Thanks for watching.